Forget that we have AI that you can use to generate designs. If you don't have that basic understanding, your tools are just tools.
Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are listening to this podcast section. My name is Chisum and I'm here with two amazing designers, female designers. What's your name?
My name is Oluwatosin Oyedoki-Ojo. I'm a product designer.
And you?
Keneshi Ndoka, an art director.
Okay, so let's talk about your experience in design, right? How long have you been doing this? Let's start with Tosin. How long have you been doing design?
Okay, so I've been doing design, I would say give or take 5+ years. I started in 2019 with graphic design. Then before I transitioned 2020, 21, 22 to product design. You are UX designer, so you all know it, right? So that's it.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. Give or take.
Alright, pick anything.
So I would say 5 years, but 3 years professionally. I started with, smartphone design, just playing there and there. That's right. I did that for like 2 years. Then I moved to a good design school and started it professionally. So since then, like 3 years now. Started 2020, 23. So it's not for 3 years, 2 years plus anyway, professionally. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the money talk because money is like it's like the very important thing that everybody wants to know, right? Have you been making a lot of money in design? Like good money, the money that you would consider very good, like something very okay.
Since it's money talk, everybody likes to talk about money.
Yeah.
I mean, money answers a lot of things, right? So I would say with design, the money is good. The money is great, actually. It didn't start out good, or it didn't start out great. With everything you do, you have to start from somewhere. So as I started design, like professionally, when I actually started professionally, I would say in 2021, it was not big money because, you're a new person, you're trying to find your foot. Even if you get gigs, even if you get jobs or maybe internships, the money they would give you would just be like, oh, just take this one to shock your body and all that. But as you go into design, you then see that, oh, this is actually a lucrative career that you can do if you are focused. If you're not just money focused, like focused on the growth part of it, then the money will come. Definitely, you would enjoy the money. So there's money there.
So you're saying you're making a lot of money?
Not a lot of money. Like
Big money.
Okay money that you are comfortable with, that you're able to do your things, like, live life comfortably. It's there.
So what does okay money mean? Can you give a range?
Okay. I would say maybe let's use salary range. Let's don't talk about the other money.
Yeah.
So salary-wise, from like 400, 500, 600 for a mid-level to senior level, it's still okay in our present Nigeria economy. It can be better, but it's still okay. So that's okay-wise.
So Kenechi, you're already laughing. So what does okay money mean to you?
Okay, money, just as you said, money that will just help me to do the basic needs. Do you understand? Not like do your wants and your stuff, but to be design, I'm able to get the okay money. I'm sure I can still get the ones that can still help me and maybe travel the world, go on vacations and stuff like that. But I think that's where the business of design comes into play. Right. Not just design itself, but designing. I'm grateful.
Okay, so let's start with the questions I have here. I'll start with Kenichi. What's the most ridiculous client feedback you've ever received? Think properly.
There are a lot of them. So, it was ridiculous. Okay, the one I will never forget is the font looks tacky.
How did you react to that, right? What was the next one? How did you react to it?
I don't know what I'm like. Okay, the font looks tacky, the font looks swollen, like.
I don't understand. It looks swollen. Swollen in what sense?
How is the font looking swollen? And then this is your brand font. I didn't and it was carried in the wrong way or stuff like that. But that was very funny. But some clients, they can be very crazy. And then I just told my line manager, I don't understand what they mean. Maybe they should give more context do they want us to change their brand font? Because me, it's their font I used. But funny thing is that we still send them the work again. Without doing anything. And they approved it. So I think that's like the most, there are a lot of them, but that's the most ridiculous one.
So I've had like a very similar experience. So I used to write, and somebody told me, this looks very tacky. And I said, okay. I think that was one of the reasons why I switched into social media management. Yes. So what about you? It was ridiculous.
Well, I wouldn't say it's ridiculous because I don't try to look at feedback as. When I started, it was, I mean, they'll give feedback and I'll be like, I'll first think of my life and be like, but the craziest one, I'll say the one I term as the craziest is when I presented this design and the person was like, this design is ugly. You know, ugly is a huge word to use, especially for design, because fine, we know design is subjective. Everybody has an opinion about your design.
Yes.
But that ugly, it just hit me in a wrong way and I was like, calm down now. Please, baby girl, calm down. Give me some credit, a little bit of credit. Fun fact, the design was not ugly, but because it did not tell to what they wanted to see. So don't bash my design, just give me your feedback, let me understand it, because it's not something hard. Just tell me, oh, you need to do this like this, and I will change it. Not that just tell me ugly. I know I had issues that day because I first logged off, then I sat down for like 30 minutes. I just closed my laptop, I went to sleep, and I woke up. I now started processing it. But then again, it's one of those things.
Yeah. So now I'm going to ask you this question, but I don't want you to answer it like, oh, I want you to say it very, very genuinely. How did design find you? Did you plan it, or one day you just saw something and like, I think I can do this, let me try it?
Okay. So one thing is I did not plan on doing design as a long, like I would be a designer, that's my career, this thing, no. I actually wanted to be, I studied mass communication. So I was thinking, oh really? So I really love broadcasting. So I majored in broadcasting. So all my mind was that, oh, you finish school, you become a newscaster, a presenter, something. But along the line, you know, Nigeria now, it's not a bed of roses. You come from NYSC. I sat down after NYSC. I was like, what am I going to do with my life? Then I said, okay, let me start as an administrative assistant, because I started working as an administrative assistant in a primary school. It was extremely toxic. So I needed an escape. And one cool thing that my dad used to do for us when we were growing was immediately after secondary school, you must enroll in a computer school. So it was like a rite of passage. So from that, I knew that I enjoyed this thing that, you know, you use Word art on Microsoft Word, you use, I don't know if it's Access or something. The first logo I ever did was Glow. I recreated it on Microsoft. Is it Access? I don't know if but one of those Microsoft tools, I recreated it in the computer school and I just finished SS3. So it was like my proud moment. I was like, hey, I can do logos. I didn't really understand the career, but I knew that I could do this thing. So when I was in that job and they wanted to take my life, like honestly, I don't like to talk about it so much, but I recently started talking about it anyways, because I realized that talk about things that maybe toxic things or bad things that has happened, it will give you that peace and peace of mind. So, but to cut the long story short, so during that phase, that was 2019, I just woke up one morning and I was like, I want to start designing. Let me even start something. Let me get another skill, because this process of doing administrative assistant, I know that I cannot stay too long in that job, because one day I'll just wake up and flare up at my boss. So I woke up that morning. I just told my people in the house that because this I think is in Festac, I've forgotten the name now, but it's popular.
Is it New Horizon?
Yeah, New Horizon, thank you. Yeah, it's in Festac. So I just woke up that morning. I just said, well, I'm going to enroll in New Horizon. I want to start learning graphic design. They first looked at me in my eyes, I said, this one is high. I was like, I'm going to do this. I just went to do it. So that was how I started like learning how to do design. And from there, I realized that, I can actually do a lot more with this thing. You know, it can actually be a career path. Then COVID hit. Then everybody sat down in the house. And I was like, Omo, is this how I'm going to continue? I just continued like that. Then I started joining communities. I started doing challenges. That was how I got to NGD. That was how everything. So everything just looked like it was aligning. So at the moment when I just woke up that morning, because I was still working at the school, I just woke up that morning and I was like, I don't think I want to go to work today. And that was how I started design. That was how I resigned. And I just said, okay, I'm doing this full time. Let me just even start. So that was it.
Okay. So let's start with you. Let's continue with you actually. Looking at you, I can see that you did not plan design. You probably planned to be a model.
Right.
So how did design find you?
I don't know about model part, but the design part, is actually a long story. So after school, I finished school 2019. Funny thing, when I was in school, I had a very close friend, like my paddy, my best friend, she was into design. You understand? She was doing it, but me, I was, then my own passion then was dancing. Sorry. So, people were telling me, look at your friend, don't you want to learn what you're like, everybody have their own passion and their zeal. Like, because we are friends, that should not make you to do what you are doing. You don't understand? So after school, I went for NYSC. I came back. I don't know, maybe that was when the word hit me or something. So I was like, okay, what next? What next? What next? What next? What I actually wanted to do is just corporate world, like find work, corporate world. And I think I moved to Abuja then and I was doing that. But meanwhile, one day I was just scrolling through Facebook. Then I saw all this 1K to learn. Smartphone design. I was like, okay, I have my Android phone with me. I'm jobless right now, so let's do this. So I paid. I messaged the person I paid. He started with Pixel Lab. They would give us courses, classes to do, classwork and everything. So then I was just doing, I'm happy. When you're learning something, I'm excited. And then I remember my friend, because then we're not more in good terms, so I cannot even reach out to her to guide me. But I was like, I cannot do what she used to do there when we were in school. But I was just doing it as side thing. Like, I will not tell my friends, I can do flyer now. No, they will not send me out to 5 now. They will calculate 2K. I'm very happy. I just don't do. So for me, now my data money, you understand? So I was just doing it like that. So then after, meanwhile, I already got the work. Like, so I was just doing the design, the smartphone thing at the side. Then later, I don't know, just like she said, the path is just, then I did one work, not design work. I was paid. The next thing in my mind was to get a laptop. So I bought a laptop. Although that my friend was not the one in my, like, I was like, okay, I want to be like, because she's already like doing good. I said, I'll be. I said, okay. So I went, then I was at Navy.
I know Navy.
So I registered I don't even know Vera. So I registered Vera. I told my dad I want to learn design. So I want to go and pay. I made inquiries and then they started teaching. I went there. But I was still not getting those manipulation things. I can still not do it. But anyway, I learned. I think the program was like 3 months. I think doing that, I went for IT. Because doing my IT as a designer, that's one of my colleagues mentioned NGD. So I said okay, because the boy was like, if I in design, you have to like join a community, and then he recommended NGD. It was when I joined NGD.
You knew that. You know that.
There's because then even all those why, like I didn't know that design is like a career. I can make money there or thereabouts. Because I don't know now. You know those roadside cafes, cyber cafes, like what I'm doing, I use myself doing all those stuff. So when I joined NGD, I was seeing words. I'm like, wow, okay. People are using this as a career. Then lucky for me, I came across a post. I think Donatus made a post. I entered the ZM. From there, from entering the ZM, I said, okay, there's a design school in Lagos. Now you think carry me come Lagos. I said, okay, I'm coming to Lagos to learn this. Like, it's just as if the path is just like aligned and everything. So I made my journey to Lagos. I told my dad I must go there. I spent my money. I went to the school. I registered. Did the program for like a year. I was like, this is a design school, unlike the one I went back then. So after that, I got my first agency work. And that's how I started agency life. I know. But anyway, that's it.
Yeah.
So since then, like, long story short, this is where I am.
Right. Yeah, so let's talk about NGD. You mentioned being a part of NGD. Can you tell us like few things aside what you mentioned that has really changed for you since joining NGD, since you just joined the NGD and you have been in NGD? Has anything changed? Did you feel anything positive, or do you think, oh, maybe it could have been better? You know, something.
Okay, since I joined NGD, NGD helped my career. Seeing, so that place is like inspo, mood board. The kind of creative you see there, it pushes you to, wow. There's kind of competition that's not like with the world or anything, with yourself. When you see what wow, see what this person did. I know we have some people there like, wow, look at what this person did and all of that. I can do this, stuff like that. Like, it pushes you to want to do more. For me, NGD really helped in my career. First of all, NGD was eye-opener to me that there's a career path here and people are like making money there as well. And then NGD also made me to build my Facebook friends. Like, now most of the people I have on my Facebook are like from NGD and now they're designers. So that's from like the community that you need to be in. And then even most people I know here in Lagos too, from NGD. You understand? So I'm not sure I can talk about my design career or my design power without mentioning NGD. So, yeah.
Thank you. So what about you? How was NGD helped?
Okay, so I would say NGD helped with a bit of visibility for me. And it really helped because it helped even in my practice, in my learning. I said when I started, I was joining communities, then I saw NGD, then I joined NGD. NGD, I've actually won a couple of challenges on NGD, like twice. Yeah.
Did you share the money?
No. No, we have to spend money, but it was really at that time because I had just started design, then I was transitioning to product design. So I also went to Student. I took like a course in Student for a year as well. So I needed like a way to practice. I had not gotten clients. I did not have a job. I was just growing as a designer. So this community was there and they had challenges. And I saw it as an opportunity to, okay, let me practice this thing I've even learned. Let people even see it. Let me see if I'll start making money. It should encourage me. So NGD did that for me at the beginning of my career. Like I said, I won like, I think twice. I got the money. It was cool cash. Yeah. I spent the money. It really gave me that boost. I mean, when I did that, funny part, when I won, and I got to my house and I saw the post and I go home and I was like, I told my parents, I told my mom, I think I told my brother. And the way my brother was jumping, I was like, hello, it's me that win this money. No, but like to even see people genuinely happy that you're able to do this thing, you're able to get results, even if it's not like a job or something, but you got results, you even got cash. Like, I mean, so NGD did that for me and I'm really grateful. Forget about what maybe every other person is saying. Everybody's experience is different and I respect that. But I mean, this platform gave me this opportunity to even boost myself. And even from those challenges, I got my first major client. Yeah, he's a community member as well. He's a community member as well and he's not based in Nigeria. So I was like, I can even do this thing through these people and I got So that was it.
There's another thing that NGD did. So I don't know about other communities because when I was joining communities, I joined other ones. I don't have to mention names. So what NGD did, this is about when they approve your work.
Okay, that approval part too.
Like, it's not easy to approve your work. So if I put my work there and they approve it, I'm like, okay, wow, this is portfolio work.
You just gotta put it on your book.
Exactly. So that's how I like maybe track my
progress, yeah.
Because if I join NGD, if I post something, they don't approve. So it was after I went to school and then I started doing something. And then that visibility is from there because if you post and people now start following you, coming to your DM and so there. So yeah.
So let's talk about women in men's world. Like, how do you feel? Whenever people say, or females say they are designers, I probably just think maybe they are social media managers that just know how to design, right? But now I'm seeing two lovely ladies saying they are designers and they are making good money. Okay, money. They are saying okay money, but it's actually big money. So, have you ever walked into a room where you felt underestimated as a female designer. What do I start with first? Let me start with Kelechi.
So, luckily enough, I wouldn't say that I'm intimidated being a female in design industry. Rather, I'll use the word, is it hyped? I think it's no, in the sense that because they think that the industry is just for male. Because after my training, the first interview I went, that was for a church. I don't want to mention them.
Thank you.
So when I went there, they were like, oh, Kelechi is like a guy's name.
Oh, right.
That's I was asking Kelechi or Kelechi.
So it's a guy's name. Like, so when I went there physically, the first thing the person said was, oh, you're even a female. I was thinking it's a guy. Do you understand? But like, just that alone, just me being a female, I'm like, you already have the job. It's so difficult to see female in this industry. So for you to be a female and you're in this industry, that people will love to have you, so that the team will love to have you. Do you understand? But I didn't get the job. Then second, my first agency, I was the only female art director.
Wow.
So
Guys, like, and then when you're like, wow, she's a female. And then, but one thing I don't like about it is that they will not start pampering you.
Don't you like the pampering? Like
No, at some point it's looking like, how would I put it? Exactly. Like, I know what I'm doing as well. Like, maybe there's a task to do. They want the guy to do more of it. They're paying us together. So at some point, or the guy will be like, so can I question are you doing? Let me know, pick first. Then the one that now you cannot do, I will do it. I'll be like, one that was like, no, you pick first. Do you understand? Don't pamper me. Then the second agency, so I was the only female art director. The third agency, I was the only female art director.
Oh, wow.
So when I enter, people always be like, female. So now I'm asking. I think there was a day I posted on Facebook. I know there's a lot of female designers. Maybe they're not just in advertising agencies. Maybe they're doing freelance. I don't know, but most of the agencies are I'm only female art directors. But for me, it's not intimidating. It's even making me so raise my shoulder, like, yeah, I'm an art director.
So, Oluwatosin, have you ever had an experience that made you feel intimidated or underestimated as a female designer?
For me, I don't think I have. Or maybe I can't remember, but no, I wouldn't say I've had. Because it has always seemed like I'm getting equal treatment with the same way the men have been getting. I don't know, maybe because the companies I've worked with, the agencies I've worked with, but sometimes I even used to think that I get more work because I'm a lead, right? Because they want to see, okay, prove yourself, right? So, but I don't even see it as maybe they are giving me intimidating or giving me too much work. I don't take it like that. But, I want to grow. I'm not bothered. Give me the work, I'll do it. If I can't do it, good thing is I'll tell you that, okay, I'm not able to do this because of this, or maybe I'm having this challenge. But I will do it. I don't care. Give me the work. You are paying me. So far, you are paying me for it. I'm fine.
So you mentioned moments about you being given a different advantage, right? Give or take, did you like it? I think you said it made you feel soft, but there are moments where you want to just be soft as a girl. So just tell us, did you enjoy it to a certain level, or you just felt like, no, I don't want this?
Okay, the truth is that at some point I am radical honest. Sometimes I actually like it in the sense that mommy, I don't even get strength to do anything right now. Do you understand? So you want to do the work, you get. But when I want to do the work as well, I want to do the work. Don't come and be saying, oh, don't worry about that. I want to do that. If I cannot do it, allow me to on, because again, that's like my beginning of my career, and it's time for me to learn. Like I'm still learning. I'm still a young person in the industry. So sometimes yes, sometimes no. Yeah.
So it's like a mixed feeling.
Exactly.
Okay, so we know that designers don't have time. Let's say we know. I'm not a designer, so I think that designers don't have a lot of time to themselves to do things. I don't know if it's because they juggle a lot or because of the busy schedule of their work, right? Has it ever affected your relationship life, your life outside work, your dating life, being a designer, especially a female designer? Has it ever affected you outside work?
I don't want to give a definite no, because it affects, not relationship wise, not family wise, because I try to balance it, right? But in terms of you having your own personal time, because you know, some designs or some companies that they work with tight timelines. Some, most especially, I don't know how it works. I know agency can be crazy. Agency life is crazy because I've worked in agencies as well. But product companies especially, they want to ship features, like features that they think about yesterday, they want it out today, and it starts with design. So if they want it out today, or you have one crazy timeline to say, oh, I need it in a week, so design has just one day. Developers will still develop for like 3 days before they would even say they want to start doing testing and all of that. So as a designer, it can be crazy at times, but it just left for. What I do is I try to do as much as I can. It used to affect me before because, you know, especially when you're not working remotely, you want to work around the clock.
Yes.
You wouldn't know when to stand up. So one thing that helps me is I have, like, once it's 12 o'clock, my phone will ring. Take a break. What I wrote is break, bath, and sweep. Because because at some point, I would just, once you wake up from your bed, one bad thing, before I got married in my father's house, this was my bed, this was my table. So once you wake up, once I wake up, sit down on the table. So you lost track of time. You can sit there till 10. And it's a bad thing. It doesn't even help health-wise. Yeah. So I decided to break it out. Okay, 12 o'clock, tell me to stand up, go and do other things. If it's for 1 hour, then come back. You can now sit. Then 5 o'clock, know that you have shut down. Nothing will make me on my system, which is like, I still used to want it. But that break, at least, you know that at 12, your alarm will ring, stand up. That distraction is even enough for you to even cut from what you're trying to think about. So we take that break. So that has really helped me. And also trying to work in a place that they don't choke you with work. Because that one too is something. It's not easy because we're trying to survive. So you get jobs that the timelines can be, and it can be a bit toxic, but you try just because of your own, just because you know that you have a family that you have to tend to, just because you also know that you need those breaks to recharge. So I try to like consciously take those breaks and not let it affect me a lot.
So, Kelechi, dating, talk about the dating part. I want to hear the dating part. Has it affected your relationship, your love life?
I won't say it has affected, because the people I've dated, or rather, the people I've have good relationship with are also designers. So,
Designers dating designers.
You understand? But it just as she said, it's just to track the balance. Like when I started uni, because I started with agency, I'm still in agency. I want to run away from agency actually. So it can be demanding, very demanding. So when I started this is my first agency, I want to prove a point. Yeah. You understand? Middle of the night, weekends.
Yeah, that proving a point.
This one, I'm working. Whenever they call Keneshi, I've already opened my system, and then they'll be hyping you emotional. That emotional. What's the word? You will not want to disappoint them because my boss is nice, the MD is nice, everybody. So you don't want to. Every time they're calling me, I'm answering. I don't have time for myself. Oh, Sundays like this. So my second agency, I said, look, I'm not going to make that same mistake. So one thing my line manager then told me, which I've always go with, is that he told me, I think there was a time I sent work to him around 9 p.m. She just said, Keneshi, close your system and go and sleep. This account manager that's sleeping. Forget all this tight deadline. And I'll be saying it to you too. Forget all this tight deadline. Nobody is dying. They can still move it. And if you die tomorrow, another person will take over your job. So since then, I said, my line manager decided this one. I said, I closed my system. So since then, even with my current agency now, once it's 5:30, unless we're all designers, we know when the time is very the work deadline is very the same. But you just have to find it yourself. If you don't find it yourself, they will use you to the end. So just tell yourself, this can wait till tomorrow. Even if you're calling me now, this is my own trick. This is my own trick. You know WhatsApp? Mama, WhatsApp shouldn't be the professional communication for organization, but now because WhatsApp is just you. So what I do now, I have two WhatsApp. One, and to God be the glory, I have two phones. So one WhatsApp is for work. Do you understand? And that's where my one phone is. So once I'm done with work and I don't want anybody from work to reach me, I switch off that phone. And once I switch it off, nobody can reach me. Nobody have my personal line. So that helps me, like weekend DND. Do you understand? That helps me if I want to go on a date, I want to do anything I want to do for myself, I can still do without no disturbance. I'm sure that phone is not with me. So I don't know if that can help anyone, but
So help me read that.
that's my
It's
own
quite
trick.
helpful actually.
That's my trick.
Because I love love. How was your experience? Designer dating designers. I feel like it's a good combo. How has it been for you?
I think it's a cool combo in the sense that both of you understand what you do, and both of you can help each other out. Sometimes when you're brainstorming, sometimes when you're having creative block, you can call the person and then can give you ideas. Both of you can talk things out.
Yeah.
If it's shocking for him or her, please help me out with this. Stuff like that. So
Maybe I'll take a designer. Just in case. I'm not a designer, but so yes. Now, if you have a daughter, let's imagine you have a daughter. Do you have a daughter?
Not yet.
Okay. So let's imagine you have a daughter that wants to go into design. What would you advise her?
What I would advise her is she should be sure that this is what she wants to do. It's a beautiful profession. It's a beautiful career path. I wouldn't lie, but she should be sure. She should understand the basics, because basics is key. Forget that we have AI that you can use to generate designs. If you don't have that basic understanding, your tools are just tools. So understand the basics and try and join communities, right? Communities help a lot. I keep mentioning to people that join communities. Even if one community does not work for you, there are 1,001 communities that you can join as a designer, as a young person. And these communities, they help you grow. There are opportunities you can get from it, job opportunities, even learning opportunities, scholarships, and all of that. She should join communities. She should just be focused, right? Design can be, today there will be a trend that will come out, this type of design, or tomorrow. Focus on the path that she wants. Is it graphic design? Is it motion design? Is it product design? Focus on one part and grow on that path. So that's just the best advice I'll give my daughter.
Okay, so let's assume you want to give your sister an advice about design. What would you say to her?
radical honesty.
I love the fact. I love it whenever she says radical honesty.
So the truth is that, so in my family, just as I said, how I moved into design, right? So when I joined the industry, my brother was like, okay, finish school, what's next? I advised him to come to Lagos as well and go through the path I went through, right? So yeah, so my brother too is also in an agency right now.
Cool.
But then my younger brother chatted me up some time ago that he's learning design. I said no.
And why?
Then I told him that, okay, even if you want to do this thing, because he just told me that there was a course, that there's tutorials, I said no. If you want to do this thing, you have to there's the basics, just as she said. You have to understand there's principle of design. You should not just jump in and just be creating videos and stuff like that. But the truth is I don't want him to. I don't want him to. And that was helping me out. He will do work, he will send to me, please criticize. I said, I cannot continue doing this. That was I told him to go and learn the basics, because what they are doing is shitty. But for me, I feel that other stuff you can learn, right? Maybe because I've started working on an agency, design can be tiring. I'm not saying that there are not other things, that other things are not tiring, but anyway, I pushed him into learning media art.
She already said she was going to be honest.
I pushed him into learning media art, and she just forgot about design.
You're a good big sister. What does success as a designer look like to you now compared to when you started? Is it the money? What success looks like?
Yeah. So to me, because of how I moved, right? Because when I was moving from the east to Lagos, my people, they were skeptical about that, because to them, design is, even to me, that was knowledge I have about design. It's not just cyber cafe, printing flyers and stuff like that. So they did not really see the bigger picture about it. Even me at that time, I did not see, but just as I said, because I saw it in NGD, that's the only stuff that kept me going. So I was so glad that, because they made some comments. Do you understand? Okay, you say that, because my uncle at that time wanted to give me a government work. I said no. Do you understand?
Okay.
So at that point, you know that moment now, people are not looking at you.
Like,
Okay, let us see.
Let me see.
Do you understand? So to me, I'm glad where I am. I'm not there yet, but
You're growing.
because there was a day my uncle and my uncle called me. I don't, maybe in the back of their mind they were expecting me to. Maybe they were waiting when I'll come and be like, okay, now I need that work or stuff like that. But my life has been going fine. Do you understand? Even the day he called me, oh, I can see that. Even when I visited the East, oh yeah, you're looking good. You're looking nice. That your work is whatever it is that you're doing is helping you. Even my aunts, even some people that I know that are in the government work or doing work. I'm not like bragging, but I am more than them. Do you understand? So to me, that's something I used to say as a side gig, just for my data subscription.
Became a big deal.
It became a big deal for me. That's a success for me.
That's a really beautiful story. So, Oluwatosin, what does success look like to you now compared to when you started?
What success looks like to me now is growth, continuous growth in this chosen career path that I want to stay in. Right? I don't know, maybe in 10 years, I'm saying 10 years because I know that for the next 10 years I still want to design. So maybe in 10 years I can switch to another career path. But success to me is growing in this my chosen field, becoming better. I don't like to put titles to say I'm a senior product designer, I'm a senior this thing, but becoming better in my design process. If you look at my designs when I started and you look at my output now, there's a lot of difference. That's what I want. 5 years ago, I started as this. This is my fifth year mark. My design is this. In the next 5 years, I want to even be better. Like when you put the 3-5 year mark designs, see that growth, see that difference. So that's it for me.
So thank you for joining us, Oluwatosin and Kelechi.
You're welcome.
Would you like to say anything before we leave?
Nothing more. Just I'm grateful for the opportunity, at least to be invited to this and share my experience. And to every designer watching, design is amazing if you focus. You are focused like 101%. You are invested in it. It's a lucrative career. It's a beautiful career. So far, you enjoy what you are doing. And the sky is just the starting point.
Not the limit.
Yeah.
So do you have any words for it?
All I can say is that just put yourself out there. Don't hide what you're doing. That's just the truth. Just put it out there, whether it's good, but don't go put very bad work out there. But the main thing is put it out there. People are watching, people are seeing you. You might not have engagement, but when they need you,
They'll find you.
they will find you. And the more you put out your stuff out there, and then also have a senior person that guides you, that also helps to have. So there's something my friend always say: have someone above you, have someone in your own level, and then have someone under you. Do you understand? So you can also be tracking your growth with the persons, your level, and then you also have someone above you that you can reach out to or get some insights from, and then also have someone that's looking up to you that can also help. Because personally for me, when I teach, I learn. And also one more thing, please move with the trend. AI is here to stay. I know some people want to find him, but yes, I'm a product of AI and it's actually helping my design.
It helps your process.
It helps my design. Sometimes I wonder, how was I achieving all those sums then without AI? Because but that just, and then thank you for inviting me. I really love the chat.
So would you like to do this again?
Oh, sure. If I'm invited, why not? That was just short and brief.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for staying here with us. See you another time. Bye.
Bye.